Why are you taking pictures of our vehicles? First of all, because some of these vehicles aren't, some of them aren't police vehicles. So why are you taking photographs?
I'm only taking pictures like the police ones.
No, you don't. You don't take photographs. Okay?
The officer steps in and immediately questions why the auditor is taking photos. Let's be absolutely clear. Under UK law, Article 10 of the Human Rights Act protects freedom of expression, and that protection squarely includes photographing or filming in public places. That right doesn't disappear because the subject happens to be police vehicles parked in plain view. There is no lawful basis here for demanding the auditor stop. What we're watching is a classic confusion between perceived authority and actual law. And when power is asserted without legal grounding, it doesn't just inconvenience one person, it steadily erodes public trust. This moment is a textbook example of how that erosion begins.
Well, don't stand outside the police station looking for confrontation, okay? Move along and start taking photographs of people's cars that you don't know.
You're the one that's come back for confrontation, buddy.
Okay?
Don't tell me what to
buddy.
do.
I'm not your buddy.
All right?
I'm not your buddy. Put your phone down.
No, I'm live streaming at the moment.
It's okay.
Can you identify yourself?
Put your phone down a minute.
Can you identify
Put your phone
yourself?
down before you start getting arrested for causing...
For what?
Well, first of all, you called a public order. You don't call a police officer a dickhead.
That's
okay?
not a public order.
So, yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Do you know the law?
You're in the street. You put your phone down.
The tone shift is telling. The officer's "I'm not your buddy" isn't law enforcement. It's irritation leaking through the uniform. Telling the auditor to move along carries no legal weight unless it's backed by a specific power, and here, none is given. When that doesn't work, the officer pivots to ID requests, then escalates again with vague talk of a public order arrest. That's where the wheels really come off. Under UK law, public order offenses aren't catch-all tools for ending conversations. They require clear, objective evidence that someone's behavior is likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress to others. In this scene, there's no crowd, no complainant, no disturbance unfolding in real time. Just a person filming and talking on a public pavement, without naming a statute or pointing to actual harm. The threat of arrest isn't preventative policing, it's intimidation. It's an attempt to manufacture compliance by dangling consequences that don't legally apply. These are the moments audits expose best, when authority stops leaning on law and starts leaning on pressure instead.
I'm not putting my phone down because I don't trust you the way you've got out. Can you identify yourself, please?
Police, don't you?
Identify
I'll tell
yourself.
You what, you identify yourself.
I don't need to.
Well, I don't need to either.
Yes, you do,
How
buddy.
about
It's your policy.
You tell me what your name is, and then we'll go from there.
Would you like to identify yourself,
We'll
love?
go from there.
Why can't you do it?
We'll go from there, shall we?
Right, at the end of the day, we've told you can't take photographs.
You can, no. You could have asked me, you can.
Okay, well, we're asking you not to.
That's my idea, okay? Right, now you need to back down, walk away,
No, I don't.
and stop
No, I
making a
don't.
confrontation.
I'm not making a
I'm being
confrontation.
being
You were the one
arrogant,
that came
okay?
back.
I asked you.
Arrogancy is not a crime.
Telling police officers that they is a problem.
That lady
you're
could have
gonna
heard
end up
that.
Getting arrested for.
You
That's
should
why
be
it's a
arrested.
public order offence for you to say that in the street.
I made sure
when there are people
I
around,
made sure
okay?
there was no one
so
around.
You cannot stand in the street outside a police
I
station
made
where
sure
cars come in and
there was
out,
no one around.
And you're mouthing off saying
To you.
okay.
To you.
All right.
There was no members of the public about, unlike when you did
I
it,
suggest
and
you
you're
get
a
the
police
chip off your
officer.
shoulder, whatever that is in your life, okay?
I haven't got
whatever
one.
you've got going on in your life, that is a bit of a chip on your shoulder. Sort it out yourself. Sort out your life.
Why don't you stop
and then
telling people what to do?
And then we'll walk away, and then we can get on with our job.
You'll walk away
we've got
now.
proper criminals to catch.
You'll walk away
not
now.
People like you.
You're absolutely right to call that out. The moment an officer resorts to insults like idiot or sort your life out, they've stepped completely outside their professional role. That language has zero legal purpose. It doesn't advance safety, it doesn't clarify the law, and it doesn't de-escalate. All it does is expose frustration and wounded ego. Policing in the UK is built on principles of respect, impartiality, and self-control. Officers are trained to expect challenge, especially in public-facing roles. An auditor questioning authority isn't misconduct. It's a predictable part of operating in a free society. Responding with personal attacks isn't just unprofessional, it undermines the legitimacy of every lawful power the officer actually does have. And you're right, this goes deeper than bad manners. The badge carries public trust. When an officer uses it as cover for verbal hostility, it signals that power is being exercised emotionally rather than lawfully. That's corrosive. It turns what should be a neutral application of law into a personal confrontation, and that's exactly the kind of behavior audits are meant to expose. At end moments like this, the contrast is stark, one side leaning on facts and rights, the other on insults. And that contrast tells viewers everything they need to know.
Now.
If I come back and find you still
away,
here,
you'll do nothing.
Yeah, I will.
No, you won't.
I will deal with
what will you do?
I will deal with
what
you.
will you do?
Well, if you're still here to make a photograph,
yeah.
I will deal with you, okay?
Which is, exactly, because you can't.
All right?
Come on, you don't know what you're going to deal with me about, because there's no such thing to deal with me.
All right, bye-bye.
Tell this idiot to shut up then. I won't walk away, you walk away. I'm taking pictures.
I know you are, and you're being an absolute idiot about it.
So? You are, you heard yourself.
You stand there and
you're getting reported, buddy.
Some of them aren't police vehicles.
You're getting reported.
Some
of them. Care less.
So will you, fella.
If there's a Porsche in there, a Porsche 911 Turbo, I'll take a picture of it. That's what I do. I haven't got a problem. You're the one with the problem.
Speak to somebody.
I'll see if these two guys here will arrest you for that public order you've just done.
All you've got to do is come and speak to us at the front desk without photographing.
All you've got to do is come and speak to me and not shout at me.
Yeah, well, don't call police officers.
This guy's just committed a public order offence in front of a lady.
When the auditor calmly states, on record, that the officer's own words and conduct meet the threshold for a public order offense, the dynamic flips completely. This isn't an allegation made after the fact. It's contemporaneous, filmed, audible, and witnessed by a passerby. The evidence exists in real time. At that point, the officer has two lawful options: address it properly or disengage. Laughing it off does neither. That smirk isn't confidence. It's impunity. It signals an assumption that the rules he's invoking against others simply don't apply to him. And that's where the damage really happens. Because public order law isn't discretionary. If behavior is capable of causing harassment, alarm, or distress when a civilian does it, the same standard applies to an officer in uniform, arguably a higher one. Given their position of authority, by brushing it aside, the officer sends a clear message. Enforcement is one way. Accountability is optional. And that's corrosive. It tells the public that legality isn't the guiding principle, status is. What makes this moment especially stark is the contrast. The auditor stays measured, factual, and grounded in law. The officer responds with mockery. No explanation. No reflection. No professional reset. Just dismissal. That isn't policing. It's power unchecked. And you're right. When the public sees an officer violate the very standards they threaten others with, in broad daylight, on camera, without consequence, it doesn't just erode trust. It teaches people that the system protects itself first.
Just making sure there's no one about. I did call him a dick because he was winding me up, and then he turned around. There was a lady walking past. I've got it on camera, and he swore in front of her.
No, I said what you repeated to me, fella.
Which is a swear word.
Oh, it's a swear word. So you accept that?
Yeah. I didn't. There was no members of the public about. I wouldn't do that. To take some pictures of the marked cars.
Okay, and what's that for? What's that for?
Just for like my Flickr account. A photography website.
Okay. And what purpose? Why
just
the
for different
cars?
Just what I do, different marked cars and stuff. Different types. Try to get some shots of them maybe coming out with the blue lights on and stuff.
Of marked cars. There is all.
I have not taken.
There was no marked cars there. As you can see, is there any marked cars there?
There was one parked there.
No, there wasn't.
There was one parked to that white next to that white Skoda.
Okay.
And I wasn't taking pictures at the time.
No,
and
you
I wasn't.
waited until we drove out.
I was like that, and I was getting ready.
What you were doing. I saw you. I got eyes.
Well, get over it.
I saw what you were doing.
Get over it.
ID on you?
No, I don't give me ID.
What's your name?
I don't give me ID. It's nothing personal. I just don't give me details out. I'm just down here doing are you like a YouTube?
Give your details out.
It's just like with me doing documentaries at like various different police stations and stuff. If I get asked all the time, I just don't want to keep pinging up. That's all.
Okay, but what if we suspect that you committed offences, then we'll
yeah, but I know. But all I'm doing, it's like I say, I'm just down here just doing a documentary for you.
Next, another officer steps in, polite on the surface, but increasingly persistent, repeatedly asking the auditor for personal details. You can hear the confusion creeping into her voice when he calmly refuses. And that's the key point. Unless there is a clear, lawful reason, no one is required to provide personal information simply because an officer asks for it. This exchange exposes a subtle yet concerning mindset, the assumption that compliance should be automatic. True authority doesn't come from a uniform or repeated demands. It comes from understanding the law and respecting its boundaries. not expecting people to surrender their rights on command.
If you're not going to give me your details, I'm going to ask you to leave, because otherwise, if I suspect you're committing offences, then I can request you give me your details.
Right, what do you suspect me of committing? What crime?
Well, I don't think you need to be taking photos of the marked cars with number plates.
Marked cars?
That's what you
There's
said.
lots of
That's
pictures
what you
on,
said.
there's lots of stuff on the internet with marked cars, police vehicles. My 3-year-old son watches them.
Okay.
Yes, so go on, what crime do you suspect me of then, if I'm not?
Well, there's been a public order offence to start.
There hasn't. I've got it all on camera, love. All of it on camera. That's the chap who's committed a public order. I never swore in front of anyone. I made sure there's no one around, and this chap here swore in front of an old lady that was walking past, and I was filming the whole thing. Pardon?
You couldn't be sure that
I had a look round, that there was no one round, and I said it to him through the window. I never said it to anyone. No one's complained about it. You know that. Let's not try and twist the law. All eyes are watching everyone now, so just let's not make it any worse. You don't just come and arrest someone for taking pictures of marked cars. You lot have been in trouble for this over and over again. He doesn't drive down the road, come back and start shouting at me, right? He's a public servant, he needs to learn that. You're a public servant, you are a public servant.
And you're a civilian.
Right, and me and everyone watching pay your wages, don't forget it. No,
okay?
no.
Public servant's asking you to move along,
No, I
right?
won't servant, you serve us.
You obviously served somewhere, haven't you? Probably.
Obviously not, no.
The auditor calmly reminds the officer that police are public servants, tasked with protecting and serving the public. Rather than acknowledging that responsibility, the officer snaps back with a curt "move along, citizen," a remark dripping with condescension. Then comes the strange comment. "You've obviously served somewhere." It's vague, but the tone is pointed, almost an attempt to frame the auditor in a way that could justify harsher treatment. Whether it's a jab about a military background or a veiled warning, the intent feels the same. Diminish the critic, redirect the narrative, and reassert dominance. That isn't healthy policing. It's intimidation disguised as casual conversation.
This is it.
Oh, what a joke you are.
What a joke you are. So the world's going to be laughing at you, mate, not me.
We've got other things to do. We've got proper criminals to arrest.
Are you going to do the driver shame?
Idiots like this.
Everyone's going to be laughing at you. You showed your warrant card.
Laughing at you, fella.
No, mate, laughing
are
at
such a
you.
joke.
You are famous.
Great joke. Oh, thanks,
You're
mate.
famous.
I
Say
appreciate that.
hello
I
to your
appreciate
friends and
that.
family.
I don't need to.
Show them what a lovely chap you are when you approach members of the public.
Oh, what a joke.
That's going to be the thumbnail
Got
for
any
the video.
mirrors in your house?
That's going to be the thumbnail
got
for
any
the
mirrors
video.
in your house?
Hey, you should see my missus, eh? Won't be saying that then.
What a joke.
Says him.
God, there we got proper.
You'll be getting reported as well for that public order. Have you realised there's nothing they can do now?
But there are police cars in here, and there
Couldn't
also
care
are
less.
cars that aren't.
Couldn't care less. If I wanted to, I said I won't take pictures of them, and I won't. But if I wanted to, I could. Get over it.
Goodbye, loser.
Driver shame. You'll be reported for that as well.
And that brings this breakdown to a close. If you believe in exposing encounters like these and holding the system accountable, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Supporting the channel, whether through membership, sharing the videos, or spreading the message, helps keep this work alive. Members receive badges, shout-outs, and the satisfaction of standing up for transparency. Thank you for watching, for caring, and for staying sharp. Because when accountability is in the spotlight, power has nowhere to hide.